This glacier hike in Iceland looked incredible, but after hiking a glacier in New Zealand, did it actually live up to the hype? Hi everybody and welcome back to our channel. If you're planning a trip to Iceland, don't book a glacier hike until you know these three things. We almost underestimated how long it takes to reach the ice, and there's one mistake you'll definitely want to avoid. On our channel last week, you saw us try some of the famous Icelandic foods, from fermented shark, our favorite meal, and the infamous hot dogs. Today we're hiking Sólheimajökull Glacier in southern Iceland. We've actually done another glacier hike before in New Zealand, so throughout this video I'll compare the two and let you know whether this one is worth adding to your Iceland itinerary. Plus, I'll share exactly what we paid at the end. The first thing to know is that the parking area can be a little confusing to find, but the tour company gives really good directions ahead of time, so just make sure you read your confirmation email before you go. And just look for the yellow bus.
The glacier. Pretty cool, right? The glacier's name is Sólheimajökull. It's a bit of a tongue twister, as with many things in Iceland. A bit of that word is a jökull, and it means glacier in Icelandic. And Sólheima basically adds to that this is the glacier which is home to the sun. Okay. Reason being that on a sunny day it gets pretty bright because it's not covered in shade by any mountains as glaciers usually are. Okay. This one, however, very bright. It is also a bit misleading because right now we are, believe it or not, in the most rainy portion of Iceland. We usually get around 250 days with rain every year. Okay. So it's very rainy. We got a pretty small portion of the whole glacier. Continues all the way up behind this mountain here to the left into a much bigger glacier called the moulins. Okay. And look at my hand here. This is Sólheimajökull we're looking at. And all of this ice here. The way I want you guys to think about it is that that big body of ice up there is being pulled down by gravity. It's creating a lot of pressure and it has to go somewhere off that ice, okay? So this ice is spilling down from this valley we're looking at right now. It's creating this glacier.
One thing that surprised us was just how long the walk is before you actually step onto the glacier. It's mostly flat and very manageable, but don't expect to park and immediately be on the ice. Give yourself a little extra time. It took us probably about 20 minutes to a half an hour to finally reach the glacier.
Okay, it is to get very angry, okay? The more angry you get and the more you stomp your feet, the more grip you'll have on the ice, okay? I'm just gonna take a second to chop some steps here to make sure we can get up a bit easier.
Once you're on the glacier, the views are incredible. It's amazing to walk across something that's constantly changing and slowly moving. If you're lucky enough to get a sunny day like we did, don't let the cool temperatures fool you. The glacier reflects a lot of sunlight and it gets much hotter than you'd expect. So definitely wear sunscreen and bring your water. What I really liked about this Iceland hike is that it's accessible for almost everyone. You don't need to be an experienced hiker. If you're reasonably active, you'll probably do just fine. I'd even recommend it for families with kids who want to experience walking on a glacier without doing anything too technical. Your kids will also get a chance to try the Viking push-up.
The thing about the water on a glacier is that it is so clean that it will actually flush out your minerals if you drink too much and get a bit sick. A little bit is totally fine, okay? Now, if you have a bottle, you fill it up. If you just want to use your hand, that's also fine. There's also a third method, which is slightly cooler, okay? It's what we call a Viking push-up. I'll try and demonstrate here for you guys. So it's pretty simple.
Wow.
It's really good. This is a moulin, okay? Moulin means mill in French, and basically describes how when the water is moving along on a glacier, a bit like you see here, going through this little crack, it's going to be melting the ice because the water is slightly warmer than the ice, right? Basically means we'll be carving a path for you guys. Sometimes this water finds a little bit of a spot. It starts to rotate around in that spot, get bigger and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Giving enough time and enough water, that spot will turn into a tunnel that is all the way through from the top of the glacier down to bedrock, out to the lake. Basically, these moulins, they have tunnels, systems, and networks going all the way through the glacier, meaning that we don't really want to fall down. They are good cool, however, and this one's still very new. It's only about a year old, okay? And we still call this a baby moulin.
So just this winter, the walls surrounding that little stream were about 30 feet high.
Wow.
And so you couldn't really see all the curves in it. It was just like tunnels, I guess, going through. And now, as you can see, they've all melted down. It's a lot more open, okay? But yeah, just 3, maybe 4 months ago, it was very, very different. Just to give you an idea of how quick it changes.
Since we've also done a glacier hike in New Zealand, people always asked us which one was better. For us, New Zealand still takes the top spot, but mostly because the experience was actually completely different. We visited New Zealand during the winter, so the glacier had these incredible blue ice formations. We also took a helicopter to the top of the glacier before starting our hike, which made the whole experience feel even more adventurous. I had never been in a helicopter before then. That doesn't mean Iceland wasn't worth it. It was still an amazing experience, just different. We would still highly recommend. So was it worth the price? We paid $105 per person for this tour. In addition to that, we rented hiking boots for each of us that were $12 a pair. They had coverage for our ankles, which our current hiking boots did not. So for us, yes, walking on a glacier in Iceland is something you'd probably only do once, and it's a unique experience that's suitable for almost everybody. So if you're looking for an unforgettable Iceland adventure without needing advanced hiking skills, I definitely recommend adding this to your itinerary.